to us about the theme a little bit, because I mean, you have Taz singing it on commentary on a regular basis, which is one of the highlights.
We all love it. Who knew back in the day in ECW when him and Bam Bam fell to the ring that this is where he would land up? I love it.
This is it. I love Taz with so much, and that is such a constant. I think it's become something that people are like almost upset about when it doesn't happen.
Yes.
Like he's not on commentary for some reason. Somebody's like, we need Taz to sing Ruby's theme music. The only thing I one day, I don't know when it's going to be. It could, be on Elevation or Dark or whatever, but I'm just going to come straight to the commentary table and put down the lyrics in front of him. This is the words for the song. Because somehow it's pretty much the same. It's my name over and over and over again, but somehow he almost never gets it right. Never, ever, ever. I love him to death. He'd be like, Taz, just read them. Just read the lyrics. You can sing it as much as you want. Just get the words right.
Did you anticipate next to him and snap too? Because he's never on beat.
Oh, bless him. No, he's the best. He's added a little bit to the entrance music with that that I think people follow along with. So it's pretty great.
Did you anticipate that it would be as strongly over as it would be, like when you going into All Out 2021, your debut in Now Arena, which was already a monumental night? You ended up setting the tone for that being such a huge night, because we saw Adam Cole debut later on, we saw Bryan Danielson debut, but you really helped set the tone for what that night was going to be. Did you know, basically, with all of the preparation going into that theme song was going to be what it is to fans right now?
So I knew how much I loved that song, and I knew how excited I was to use that song. I was not even remotely close to prepared, a few months leading into it after I had done Lars's podcast. It was just going to essentially change my life, using the song and using the name and everything, and being so overwhelmingly grateful to the band itself for allowing me to use, probably, one of their most popular songs that they've ever come out with. So I knew how catchy it was to me, but I wasn't sure how it was going to be perceived to the crowd. I had obviously done the vignettes prior to arriving at AEW. And I think that song really just pulled it all together. Like, I wanted to show kind of my journey along from being released until I got to AEW. And I think it really just brought it all together. And it really just put that exclamation point that it needed for me to arrive at AEW. And then now that the fans are really starting to get the words a little bit better than Taz, it's really becoming something that I look forward to every week. I look forward to every time I go out there, is to be able to sing with them. So it's really just made my career and my journey so much better.
Yeah, that's honestly, I think about the fact that I never thought ever I was going to see Rancid in concert at any point, but then it turned out that Double or Nothing last year, you actually, what I thought was a really, really solid performance too. Like, honestly,
it's amazing.
Yeah.
They were amazing.
They were amazing. They played it flawlessly. Like, that was one of my favorite live performances I've seen. And I'm not just saying this. I genuinely mean, as far as wrestling is concerned, it's probably them and like Living Color performing Cult of Personality at WrestleMania. Yeah. Those are the two as far as bands performing their hit song for a wrestler down to the ring. I thought that was one of the best ones. How was it at Double or Nothing having them perform it for you?
Bro, it was... I tell everybody, like all of my fans, I let them know from the get, I will never get cooler than that moment. In coolness there. Like, it's all downhill from there. There's no way that my entrance or anything could ever get cooler. I might as well have just retired after that match. It was so overwhelming to me. When we rehearsed it that day, I came out to the ring and I did my entrance and I got on the corner and like did a pose, and I looked over at them playing, and I just started bawling because 13-year-old me is losing her mind at how this is even fathomable that this incredible iconic band is playing me for me. They're there for me.
So cool.
So it was like, I still get chills like every time I think about it. It was probably one of the top moments of my entire career, my life in general. It was just, and they were so cool and they were so much fun and like they were so rad. And like I came to the back after I lost the match and they were in their dressing room. I went into their dressing room. They're like, "Come on." I was like, "We came here, you lost." I was like, "I'm sorry."
It's like the curse, right? Though
play again for after you won, and I was like, "I'm sorry."
Right.
It's the gift and the curse, though, right?
Yeah,
because
I felt like I won that night anyway. Like, just
Yeah,
you did.
having that,
You won.
you know. And it's so cool because they rarely, as a band that's been around, you know, over 20 years, they rarely get to do something that they've never done before. They've done it all pretty much. And so for them to be able to do something together that they haven't done before, which is, you know, play a wrestler to the ring, you could tell that they had so much fun and they were so great and they were so supportive. So
especially with how much Lars loves pro wrestling. Like you just know, like the same iconic moment you were having, he was having the same thing at the same time, which is
he
so
was
amazing
so
to see.
He was so excited about it, and the continued support from him is also something that I have to pinch myself on pretty often, because he'll you know, tweet at me or about me or whatever all the time, and he'll text me and let me know that he liked a match I did or something, and it's still mind blowing that somebody I've looked at as a hero is somebody I can call a friend.